Hey guys, today we're going to be drawing a cute frozen yogurt. I'm using an iPad Pro with the Procreate app. Now you don't need this to follow along. You can use a white sheet of paper, a black marker for outline, and markers and crayons for coloring in. So I've gone ahead and I have created 3 layers: the outline layer, the sketch layer, and the color layer. Now the outline layer is where we're going to use our markers to do the outline, and the sketch is where we're going to be sketching the picture initially, and the color is for us to color in. So the first thing we're going to do is enable our grid, and the reason I'm doing this is just because I want to make the cup symmetrical and I don't want it, off center or wonky. So let's go into settings, enable the drawing guide, and if you want to hit edit drawing guide, just make sure that the squares are maybe like at 120 pixels, and I'm using an 8.5 by 11 canvas. And then when you're done, just hit done. So let's start off with the cup. And probably my midway point for this drawing is right there. So I just want to make sure I'm in my sketch layer. I've got my HB pencil ready, and then I'm just going to put a little dot in the center. So now we can begin by drawing our cup. And I want this to be a really wide cup, not a narrow one. So it's just going to span, I guess, 1 block. And if you do the math, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, and then we're going to do the same thing here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's going to end right about here. Just going to fix that. And then we can close off the cup. I'm going to do a tiny little curve. And then now we can just erase this little dot, and then we can rough in the eyes. And a circle here. And then we can roughen the mouth. Now I think that the eyes are a bit too far apart, but I did want them, I guess, to be aligned to the grid. So I'm just gonna get my selection tool and freehand select the eye. And then with the arrow tool, I'm just gonna tap it. And then the same thing for the other eye, going the other way. So as you can see, there's kind of equal spacing here. And that's how you can tell that it's aligned. And really, that's the only reason why I wanted the grid. So I'm just gonna disable the grid now. I just wanted to make sure that my cup was aligned and the eyes were aligned. And then now we could draw the rest. So in this frozen yogurt, we can draw, I guess, some blueberries. So just some circles here. Again, we're just rough sketching. And then maybe a strawberry. Okay, and then for the yogurt part, it's kind of like an ice cream soft serve, I guess, scoop. So we'll start off with the first layer, and then here's the second layer. Kind of makes a big curve like this. And then third layer is the same thing. We don't want this actually falling off the cup, so it has to be just a bit more inside. So let me fix that. That's the reason why we're sketching, is just in case we make mistakes, we can always erase it. Okay, and then for the top, it's gonna have a little peak up here. And then for the spoon, we can have it come over here. And then now we are ready to outline. So let's decrease the opacity on the sketch, and then we're gonna go into the outline layer, and then we're gonna grab a round brush. Just wanna test the thickness. I want it a little bit thicker. And then we can start tracing. And a little trick in Procreate, if you hold your Apple Pencil and you don't let go, the line will become like a really smooth and fluid line. So if you can see right here, this is a little bit shaky and wonky, but if I hold the pencil, it'll become straight. And for the eyes, if you want to make a perfect circle, draw your circle first. Don't let go of the pencil, and then tap anywhere on the canvas and it'll create a perfect circle. And then I'm just gonna trace the spoon. And the last thing I'm gonna do with the black is just color in the eyes. I'm just gonna decrease my brush size. Then I'm gonna make a tiny little reflection. So just a circle. I'm gonna do 2 circles, one smaller. And then I'm just gonna color that in. Then maybe we wanna just do a few eyelashes. So maybe we'll do 3. And then now we can uncheck the sketch layer so that we don't have to see it anymore. And then we can go into the color layer and then we can start coloring. So let's start off with the cup. Now I've already picked a color palette for this. I'm gonna do a blue for the cup. And we're also gonna give it a little bit of dimension by doing some shadowing. So we'll do that at the end. And then now for the blueberries. And then the strawberries. And then we're just gonna pick a green for the strawberry leaves. And then we're gonna grab a yellow just for those specks that you see on the strawberries. So we're just gonna dot them. And then also we can color the spoon. And then the first layer, we could do a vanilla. And then for the second layer, let's do a chocolate. And then for the top layer, we can do a strawberry. So I'm just gonna do a lighter color than the strawberry that we drew below. And now for the shading. So we're gonna say that our light source is coming from up here. So all the light is shining this way, meaning that the shadows are gonna be on this side. So starting with the pink, we're gonna select a slightly darker shade. And then we're just going to shade the left part. And then we're gonna do the same thing with the brown. So to select the brown, we're gonna click on this little square and then tap anywhere on the brown, and it's gonna show up on your color palette. And then we can choose a darker shade. And then the same thing with the vanilla. And then the same thing with the blueberries and the strawberries. I should have done those yellow dots after, but it's okay, we can do that again. The shading's gonna be on this side. So let me grab that yellow. Can do some more dots. And then we can redot them. And also the green. And now we could do the blue. And then lastly, we're just gonna do some sprinkles on the yogurt. So let's pick a white with our round brush. We're just gonna do like little straight lines like this. Just randomly. Then we can change that up, and then we can grab a yellow. Same thing, we're gonna do a pink this time. I'm gonna grab that pink. And then grab the chocolate. Obviously the chocolate's not gonna work in the chocolate layer. And then lastly, I'm gonna grab a blue. And there you go, guys. There is your cute frozen yogurt. To get notified of more new videos where I teach you to draw, be sure to subscribe.